Of all the universities in the world, which one did a group of America's biggest networks, like MTV, ESPN, and the Discovery Channel, choose to research the future of TV? One of those famous old universities in New England? No, not them. A renowned institution in one of these English towns? No, not even Warren. How about a big university here in Australia? You're warm, but not over there. It's a university here in Perth. What is the world coming to? Find out at murdoch.edu.au.
So, good evening, everyone. Very nice to see you. I'm John. My name's John Baldwin. I'm Deputy Vice Chancellor at Murdoch with responsibility for professional services. It's my job, my delightful job, to welcome you all to this very special occasion, this very special evening. To our graduates, I offer, of course, a very special welcome. Tonight marks the end of a long journey for you all, and we sincerely hope that you will enjoy celebrating everything that you've achieved. I would also like to extend a very warm welcome to the families and the friends and supporters of our graduates. You've played a very important role too in helping our graduates achieve their ambitions, and we are really delighted that you're here to celebrate with them and with us. So, very warm welcome to everyone. Before we begin, just one or two sort of small housekeeping matters to draw to your attention. Firstly, and obviously, but importantly, please, as a courtesy, will you turn off your hand phones, your mobile telephones. Secondly, I must ask you, please, friends, families, to remain in your seats for the entire ceremony and not come to the front aisles to take photographs or videos because of the obstruction that might cause to our graduates. We've got a place here to my left, to your right, where photographs can be taken, but don't come down too early. Just judge it so that you're 3 or 4 ahead of your graduates, so that we don't get too many people at the front at any one time. Thirdly, these ceremonies are very important for everyone, and we do seek your respect for others by asking you to remain seated until the very end of the ceremony, so that all of our students, all of our graduates, have the opportunity to have their time on this stage uninterrupted. It is considered disrespectful to leave before the ceremony concludes and before the staff and the new graduates have processed out of the room. Of course, photography and refreshments will be available in the foyer outside once the ceremony has concluded. Thank you. So, we do encourage you to be a participant in the ceremony. We encourage you to applaud each graduate as they cross the platform to accept their award. Tonight does mark the culmination of many years of very hard work, so do feel free to be enthusiastic in your cheers, in your applause for the special person that you've come to support. A Murdoch graduation ceremony is an important point of the university year and a very, very proud day in the life of those who are graduating. Like all rites of passage, it involves tradition. One of these traditions is the academic procession. That procession is a ceremony in which university dignitaries walk to this stage wearing their traditional academic dress, that the gowns that they wear, that we wear, have their origins in the lay costumes of the early Middle Ages, and the colours refer to the academic discipline and the university where the individual has achieved those academic distinctions. Members of Murdoch's academic community will be in that procession this evening with the University Chancellor and the University Vice-Chancellor making up the rear of that procession. During medieval times, maces were carried as weapons capable of breaking through strong armour, strong defences. Much later, the mace evolved into a symbol of authority and protection, and it was often used during ceremonies. So, today, we still recognise the mace as a very powerful icon of authority, and the bearer, the carrier of the mace, guards the Chancellor, theoretically guards the University Chancellor during the University procession. The mace this evening will be carried by valedictorian Albert Say. We now come to the formal commencement of tonight's ceremony. I'd ask you please to rise, to stand, so that the academic procession may enter. Please stand. Thank you. Be seated. I would now like to welcome and introduce the University Chancellor, Mr. Terry Budge, who will formally open this evening's ceremony. Chancellor.
To our Singapore agents, business colleagues and partners, it's wonderful to see you here this evening. Emeritus Professor Jim Jackson, Vice President Academic, Kaplan Higher Education, Mr. Michael Evans, Vice President, Kaplan Higher Education, members of the International Murdoch alumni, family and friends of our graduates, and of course I extend a special welcome to the stars of our show, our graduates. Tonight I look out at a sea of maroon gowns and I feel immensely proud. You have all conquered different challenges to graduate tonight. But tonight marks a point where you begin a new journey and become part of a new generation of Murdoch alumni, united by your link to this extraordinary institution. You are heading out to follow your chosen careers with the courage, resourcefulness and knowledge to make a real difference in the world. We are extremely proud of your achievements and the contribution you have made to our community. All of you have played a role in making our university the exceptional organisation it is today. For those who have not had the opportunity to visit our Perth campuses, there have been many amazing achievements and discoveries made by our schools, in particular the faculty that is represented here tonight. Let's take a moment to reflect on these impressive accomplishments. The business school's international links continue to grow. A unique partnership with the Western Australian Chinese Chamber of Commerce has enabled students to undertake internships at the Chamber and its member organisations. The School of Law's global reputation for success in international mooting continues. In recent years, Murdoch teams have won the International ADR Moot, the International Maritime Law Moot, the Foreign Direct Investment Moot and the Ambassador round of the International Information Technology and Privacy Law Moot. Recent graduates from Murdoch's IT gaming courses are helping finesse specialist software, enabling mining engineers to make virtual site visits. Working for Sentient, a specialist software engineering firm, the graduates are contributing to a program which has already been used by engineers in the oil and gas sector and in inductions for new employees. Murdoch was awarded more than $5 million in the recent federal budget to increase the number of students attending university in regional areas of Rockingham, Kwinana and Mandurah. The funding will support projects designed to build the aspirations of young people and create new pathways to university. Games, art and design students in the School of Media, Communications and Culture collaborated with some of the best animators and developers in the world to help create a pioneering digital experience known as The Blue, which allows users to explore the world's oceans from their desktop computers. The students designed 3D digital versions of species like the bottlenose dolphin, as well as ocean habitats for the blue. In biological sciences, cetacean expert Associate Professor Lars Beger is collaborating on an innovative project that will use social media to collect information on the marine wildlife found off the rugged coast of the Kimberley in Western Australia. And our researchers in the School of Chemical and Mathematical Sciences have come up with a potential solution to one of sustainable energy's greatest challenges: power storage for use in times of non-generation. The answer lies in a salt-based battery. Bachelor of Nursing students conducted mobile health clinics, treated villages and engaged in health promotion work in remote areas of northern Laos for 3 weeks earlier this winter. Travelling to the Swang Valley, the 9 students were able to build their clinical skills, experience a vastly different healthcare system and work alongside local healthcare workers from different linguistic and cultural backgrounds to improve the health of local villages. Your university is proud to be an active participant in society, both engaging with our local community and making a valuable contribution to the world. I look forward to watching your successes in your own personal journeys in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I would now like to welcome and to introduce our Vice-Chancellor, the University Vice-Chancellor, Professor Richard Higgett, who will present the international address. Professor Higgett.
Thanks, John. Good evening, Chancellor, Murdoch staff, Murdoch graduates and their families and supporters, and of course our Singaporean agents and partners. I'm delighted to be here in Singapore with you. This is my second set of graduations as Vice-Chancellor of this university. Be with you to celebrate the achievements of our graduates, many of whom have travelled from other worldwide destinations to be here this evening. Graduates from as far afield as India, Thailand, Dubai and Indonesia are here in Singapore to celebrate their graduation. The graduates here this evening have studied a Murdoch qualification through the university's partnerships in Singapore and Malaysia, as international students at our home campus in Perth, and as external students located around the world. Murdoch University welcomes international students to its Perth campuses to take advantage of a quality higher education experience and to provide students with a West Australian social and cultural experience. But the university also aspires to take a Murdoch educational experience to its international students, who for many varied reasons are not always in a position to be with us in Perth for an extended period of time. For that reason, we have taken the opportunity to establish alliances with quality educational providers abroad and have established partnerships with educational institutions in Singapore, Malaysia and Dubai to provide an opportunity for students to obtain a Murdoch degree in their home country. Murdoch's strong presence in global locations enhances the profile of the university and, by extension, Murdoch graduates with regional business, government circles and the wider international community. Indeed, Murdoch's strategic focus is centred on internationalisation. Over the years, Perth, Western Australia and Singapore have forged a special bond. We have shared interests across a number of areas, we're on the same time zone. I can fly to Singapore from Perth quicker than I can fly from Sydney or to Perth. Murdoch not only has over 300 Singaporean students studying at its Perth campuses, it now has over 5,000 students studying in Singapore with our two partners, the SMF Institute of Higher Learning and Kaplan Higher Education, Singapore. Internationalisation and transnational education is not just an add-on for Murdoch, it is a part of our fibre as a university. Indeed, our offshore educational activities represent nearly 25% of Murdoch's student population. So I'm sure you will agree that Singapore is a perfect location to hold our international graduation ceremonies. This week in Singapore, over 725 students will graduate from Murdoch University courses. I would like to thank the strong support of Murdoch and our students provided by our partners and agents here in Singapore. Thank you, one and all. And finally, in advance of recipients receiving their testimonials, I would like to congratulate all Murdoch graduates here this evening and, of course, those who were not able to attend tonight. Murdoch University, through its alumni and future alumni, has a broad global presence and outreach. As new Murdoch graduates, experienced in a number of cultures, you have a unique opportunity to reach out to people in every nation, developing a broader understanding of world cultures and languages, and to reiterate the conviction that enduring friendships and partnerships created through education and exchange are vital for our social, economic and political futures. To all of this evening's graduates, I wish you well as you start your journey towards the future, and I thank you for your contribution to Murdoch University. Murdoch University is my university, but it's always also now your university. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. I'd now call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor Professor Gabrielle Mearns, who will present the graduates from the Faculty of Law, Business and Information Technology. Thank you.
Chancellor, I present to you for conferment of the Bachelor of Commerce, Nouraini Binti Abdul Kader. Sabrina Ang Yi Ping. Yi Ling Ang. Jackie Angriawan. Abdul Khalik Arshad. Ausi Zian. Bakswi Kian. Mohammed Faisal bin Ahmad. Gladys Boone Kai Tiern. Noor Nadia Binti Ali. Chai Jae Hung. Chan Ai Ling. Chan Shikai. Chen Hang Cheng. Chen Hien On Son. Chen Mei Hui Carroll. Chen Chio. Chen Rong Jiang Evelyn. Celesta Chen Si Yoon. Chen Tian Ji. Chen Shun Un Cherry. Chen Yina Yuana. Chen Lei. Cheung Fu Yin. Cheung Yu Fei Effie. Chu Hui Woon. Chia Chang Lin Leonard. Chia Chai Leong Allen. Jessica Chia Hui Sun. Carly Chu. Chu Sun Hui. Chu Hui Jovi. Chu Hokmon Billy. Chuba Hui Sharn Daniel. Elaine Chuba Mei Jing. Chuba Rui Siung. Chuba Xin Yi. Chun Feng Wei. Elfie. Fanny. Fo Hui Chi Yuana. Fu Mei Ting Shandy. Zheng Chener. Jun Hui Go. Tofan Johannes. Ho Kuwung Wei. Stephanie Gonia. Gu Bei Yi. Hung Hui Ling Charlotte. Hubo Nan Nan. Hubo Shao Shi. Ho Chen Ting. Hong Yao Song. Hubung Yu Ying. Chin Hui. Charmaine Hum. Shin Hubang Han. Chandra Yap. Taufan Johannes. Hannes Kumar Kamarai. Gursharan Kaur Sharon Rachel. Ko Seok Hui. King Kek Suban Sabrina. Ko Heok Huba. Ko Justin. Ko Yen Yi. Ko Yoon Chi. Kong Sok Fen Rebecca. Farah Binti Kosnan. Pusban Krishnan. Lam Hai Si Alfi. Lau Chi Ying Lena. Lee Chi Young Lionel. Ivy Lee. Jason Lee. Lee Jialong. Lee Keong Fei Ben. Lee Kian Young Allen. Lee Kim Fong. Lee Leong Po. Lee Kui Hui Catherine Fellis. Lee Zhe Xiang. Lee Wei Leung. Lee Zheng Yun Vanessa. Leon Queenie. Lee Chensi Kesia. Lee Guo Seong. Tai Long Leung. Charmaine Lim Si Min, Lim Si Cheng, Lim Kubi Kubi Ioana, Fo Seng Lim, Lim Jia Ying, Lim Jian Liang Karl Michael, Yuda Lim Chi An, Juni Ye Wee Lim, Lim Si Min, Lim Wan Ying, Lim Wei King, Lim Wendy, Lim Ye Wen Melissa, Hong Lin, Lin Yair, Livi Septiani, Lu Hao Wei, Louis Ying Chin, Loi Pei Siang Kenneth, Lum Yu Ying, Claricia Mai Si Yi, Martri Cesario Mahaldi, Mohamed Hadi Mohamed Hayat, Nantant, Neo J Ying Jane, Neo Zhao Lin, Eng Ai Lee Grace Ann, Justin Eng Shu Yi, Eng Wan Yi, Noti Tui Nar, Kim Hua Nguyen, New Seyen, Ong Ai Lei, Ong Jim Tiong, Ong Shirley, Ong Sui Peng Andrea, Ong Tek Yuen, Ong Lee Lam Vivian, Ong Yong Kwan, Mohamed Irwan Otman, Rasabelan Payelan, Pankeji, Marilyn Punglo Chen, Grace Pung, Pek Jia Shuan Amber, Peng Xin Yu, Clarice Peng Yu Wei Peng, Po Wee Ling, Chiu Shi Xian, Kwek Siu Heng Kenneth, Tiara Akita Rano Izar, Parnella Rayapan, Reini, Sia Kwanteek Samuel, Sia Lin Lin Mitchell, Cheryl Sia Lin Ji, Sia Sio Yen, Sebastian Raya Benson, Si Chun Han Albert, Si Se Wen Eugene, Si Tao Wei Ying, Dasani Selvarai, Zheng Se Hui, Siu Wan Ne Felicia, Sangrun Shoen, Sim Li Ying Esther, Sim Wei Xian, So Chuan Ying, Joey So Chen Yi, Rebecca So Ling Hui, Suwandi bin Suhardi, Alicia Tan Sui Ling, Tan Chian Lin, Tan Chio Hui Clara, Erlina Tan, Gina Tan Sin Yi, Tan Hui Huan Michel, Tan Hui Ping, Jesselyn Tan, Tan Jiaping, Tan Jeon Wen, Tan Lei Kwan, Tan Lee Heck, Tan Peng Soon Son, Tan Po Wee Nicholas, Tan Seo Gek Mari, Tan Si Ying, Vanessa Kia Hui Tan, Tan Wei Song, Tan Zui Lee Shirley, Tan Ye Ting, Tao Lee, Una Patricia Taylor, Carrie Teo Wei Zi, Tio Sio Joe, Tio Sin Ro, Tiffany Teng Fung Chi, Shelley Teng, Tao Che Ting, To Lei Min Vanessa, Tran Han Nam, Wei Luin Marmin, Wang Ning, Wang Shani, Wee So Ching Jan, Wee Soon Hok Mark, Wee Wei Jun Marcos, Yong Chow Wei, Win Chui Yi, Wong Huan Song, Wong Li Yin, Wong Su Ting, Wong Yu Wei, Natalie Yuan Wei, Zhao Fan, Zhu Yi Xin, Zhu Jia Bi, Zhu Yongshun, Yang Xixiang, Yang Zhao, Yap Jianming Even, Tabitha Yuan Yuan, Yokai Jing Stephanie, Yo Meifeng Charmaine, Yo Wei Ning, Yo Ying Ying Yvette, Su Chin Yeo, Yeong Chi Ho, Yu Chin Yeong, Enrica Yuan Shejia, Ji Sung, Jing Jing Christoler, Zheng Wenji, Chancellor, that completes the presentation of diplomats and graduates.
Thank you. Now it's your turn, graduates. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to invite Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, Professor Anne Capling, to introduce tonight's presenter of the valedictory address. Professor Capling.
Chancellor, it's my pleasure to introduce tonight's presenter of the valedictory address, Albert C. Albert C. chose to study a part-time Bachelor of Commerce in Banking and Finance to satisfy his curiosity about the financial world. He believes there are two main reasons for his academic success: his determination and his enthusiasm for the complex world of finance. Albert completed his degree while working full-time as a Class 2 officer for the United Overseas Bank, and he currently works for Maybank. He hopes to use the knowledge gained from his study as a stepping stone towards his career goal of one day becoming a fund manager. One of the highlights of his study came after he failed a mid-semester multiple-choice examination on international finance. Determined to do well, he studied incredibly hard and gained a high distinction for the unit. Another highlight was the bond he formed with his classmates during his class time and revision sessions. Albert received the Vice Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence in 2011, and his inspiring academic success story featured in a Singaporean newspaper. He feels fortunate to have studied at Kaplan, where he enjoyed world-class infrastructure, exceptional teaching aids, and a clean learning environment. Chancellor, I present to you Albert C.
Good evening, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, Murdoch University staff, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I am truly honored to be able to present the valedictorian address tonight on behalf of Murdoch University graduating class of 2012. Tonight is a chance for us to celebrate our academic achievements and also to reflect on the journey that is both challenging and fruitful. Whether your experience of university has been full-time or part-time, we all have the capacity to overcome all the obstacles that have struck upon us. Although most of us has classes, work, and family commitments to be taken care of, these are just part and parcel of life, which only makes us stronger and more determined to do well. The friends that we have made make the journey more pleasant and enjoyable. Today, we have graduated, and we have accomplished it not by sheer luck, but just by displaying the strength of steel that made overcoming every obstacle possible, which in turn places us in a favorable position in our future tasks. I am sure that all my fellow graduates are fully prepared to take on even more challenging and daunting tasks that awaits us. Not forgetting the support and encouragement given by our school, families, and friends. Without them, we will not be able to celebrate our success tonight. So, on behalf of all the graduates sitting here, I must say thank you to the Murdoch academic staff for displaying true sense of professionalism and leadership while conducting this course. The generosity and patience with which you have shared your knowledge will enable many future students to benefit from the necessary skills and knowledge acquired during their journey. As a famous investor, Warren Buffett, has said that the best investment is yourself, which is education. May I also thank Kaplan Higher Learning Institute for giving us the opportunity with the perfect place and providing excellent support throughout this course. May I also thank Melina and Pui Pui for giving us tremendous support from the start until the end of the course. Well done, Kaplan. Most importantly, we must thank our dearest families and friends who have given us tremendous support during the course. Without them, we will not be able to achieve what we have today. Graduates, congratulations, and I wish you all the very best for your future endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert. So, colleagues, friends, we're nearing the end of this evening's ceremony. I'd now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Higgett, to deliver the charge to the graduates. Professor Higgett.
Thanks, John. Can I invite all of those of you who have just graduated to rise, please, to stand. Graduates, it's my great honour to welcome you to the Fellowship of Educated Men and Women. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it carries responsibilities. As graduates of Murdoch University, I exhort you to use what you have learned for your own betterment, but also for the benefit of your community. I encourage you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a programme of lifelong learning and discovery. I invite you to remember the lessons Murdoch has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you have had. At all times, you should strive to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And finally, in all you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Murdoch University, your university. Congratulations, and thank you, everybody. Well done.
Please be seated. Thank you. Nearly there. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. So, graduates, as you celebrate your achievements, we encourage you and your family, of course, to maintain a connection with us, with Murdoch University, and therefore with your friends, with your peers. On behalf of the university, it's now my great pleasure and duty to welcome you to our international family of alumni, and so encourage you to become an active member of that group. We'll help you maintain your networks of friends and colleagues. We'll provide you with opportunities alongside many other Murdoch graduates, many of whom, of course, are leaders in their fields internationally. Indeed, after the ceremony, the Murdoch University Alumni Singapore chapter especially looks forward to welcoming you all into their extended family. The Singapore chapter will help you remain connected and does host a number of social, career and other events throughout each year. Chapter representatives will be outside waiting to chat with you, and hope you will take a little bit of time as you enjoy the refreshments and the celebrations to say hello to them. Please do take the time, it's very well worth it. It's now my duty to invite the University Chancellor back to the lectern to conclude this evening's ceremony. Chancellor.
Before this ceremony concludes, I'd like to again thank you all for coming along tonight and being part of this very special occasion. But before we leave tonight, I'd ask everyone except our graduates to be upstanding and for you to join me in a congratulatory round of applause.
Please remain standing, and if the graduates could now stand too, please. Congratulations once again, thank you. I would now ask everyone please to remain standing while the official party leads the graduating student body from the auditorium in the recession. Once all the graduates have left, then you're welcome, of course, to join them and us for refreshments in the foyer. Thank you for being here. It's been a wonderful evening. Congratulations again, graduates. Good evening.